Okay, hello guys. This is our class on mm, the nullability part of Kotlin and also collections. Okay, so I told you guys I'll be doing something on collections, but I decided to add something on the nullability. Okay, so the uh, collection part is very important, especially if you're going to be working with many objects. Okay, you can just do something like create an object here, create another object again, create many versions of the object. Okay, but collections help us like group things together. Okay, it's just like a good example of the best example I've heard about collections is think of it like you're someone that collects things like coins or something. Okay, collections is like the purse you use to collect your coins. Like you're someone that likes if to go uh, to travel out. I actually had an uncle that liked to do this. Okay, he would travel out, he go to other countries, and he would collect things like coins and some other things. Okay, and then when he comes back, we'll be seeing different currencies in coins. Okay, so basically a coin collect. Okay, so that is the idea I'm going to use to explain it. Someone actually used this definition for me. Okay, so that's collections. Collections is the purse you store different things of the same type. Okay, so the coins are the same type. Okay, so maybe you have a list of strings. Everything that's a list will be a string. Okay, and the string and the list there is the bag. Okay, so I'm not going to do collections first. Actually going to do the nullability part. Okay, so in Kotlin, okay, you actually cannot uh, do a nullability. There are some constraints in the way you use things that are null. Okay, so you cannot say something like this. Okay, I just created this variable called meeting. Okay, I'm going to say this meeting is of type match. Okay, you see here that I have an error. Okay, not null cannot be assigned of to a value of a non-null type match. Okay, so what I'm trying to say, what this is trying to say is that I just created this variable called meeting, and this variable is not null. Okay, why am I trying to assign this null to it? Okay, so this is the best idea I can give you guys on nullability in when you're doing it in Kotlin or in Android in general. Okay, it will be something in form of when you do find v by id, and maybe the id you passed is not maybe it was not found or something. Maybe there was an error or something there. Normally now things like view binding and Kotlin syntactics, okay, it covers all these things. You don't actually need to do find v by id and all that again. Okay, but in the past it was very hard. You had all these null pointer exceptions everywhere because you couldn't find something when you tried to use the method. Okay, and there was also some other issues or something. So, okay, so let me just show you guys. Okay, if you want to use this variable called meeting here and you wanted it to be null, the way to do it is to add a question mark. Okay, so maybe you guys will go through Kotlin code and you'll be seeing some question mark and some double bangers and some other things. Okay, so I just wanted to show you guys what how nullability plays in Kotlin. It was just be simple, keep it straightforward. I'll just keep it straightforward and simple, so you guys just know all these classes I'm doing is just to know how the code and the mentality behind Kotlin is, so that you guys will not be stressed. Okay, so that's it. I can now use this uh, meeting variable. Okay, so let me try to use meeting. I'll try to call this function inside the meeting class. Okay, let me call this uh, meeting. Okay, meeting. Okay, dot. I'm trying to call the function play. Okay, and I will actually get an error. Okay, uh, so it's going to tell me actually I can't access this here. Okay, because meeting is null. I'm not getting the access. Okay, only safe question mark dot. Okay, are you seeing that question mark and full stop at the end? Or non-null asserted calls are allowed on a nullable receiver of type match. Okay, what I'm just trying to say is that this thing you are trying to call now, you know that this thing is null. Why are you trying to call it? Okay, you are just trying to give me headache and all that. Okay, so this thing is I'm calling now, you know, this meeting now is null. Okay, if I call this function now, it will actually return a null pointer exception. So Kotlin is trying to tell me that my guy, what are you doing? Okay, let me put it in layman's terms. My guy, what are you trying to do? You know that you can't do this. Okay, if you want to do this, the only way you can do it is to call it safely. Okay, only safe or non-null asserted calls. Okay, so if you want to do a safe call, it has to be question mark dot. Okay, so let me put that question mark there. Okay, so you can see that question mark means that this is safe. Okay, let me put something here so that I'll show you guys. Print line. Okay, so hello Kotlin. Okay, so this function here is supposed to actually print out something. Okay, but this is null. Okay, so this is also null, and I'm calling play here, which is null. You actually see that this will run, but nothing will show. Okay, that is what we mean by safe call. Okay, that question mark dot play means if you run this and this is null, okay, it's a safe call. If it's null, forget it, don't do anything there. I hope that was simple. Okay, if this is null, okay, this is a safe call. This question mark means safe call. If this is null, don't do this. Okay, don't try to just ignore it, just keep this code. So when you see this kind of code in your when you're looking at someone's code or whatever, just know what it means. It actually means it's a safe call. Okay, and let me use this opportunity to show you guys the other one. Okay, the other one will actually return a null pointer. Okay, this is the double bang operator. Okay, this double bang operator means, okay, meeting cannot be null. You are just trying to tell the compiler, okay, I'm very sure of my code, I know this meeting cannot be null, but it's actually null. Okay, so we are actually lying. You're trying to tell this operator, run it no matter what, just run my code, and you should actually get a null pointer if I'm not mistaken. So here, okay, so a null pointer exception, Kotlin null pointer exception. So that's the bad part of using the double bang operator. Okay, so that operator actually does, is not something you use every time. It's just when you are so very sure that your code is not null. Okay, so not like we are lying in this situation. We are lying here, so our code is actually null and we're trying to run it and we're getting the null pointer. Okay, so let me show you guys more examples. Okay, so I just added another line of code here. Okay, so I actually just typed it out here. So let me remove this that actually throws the null pointer exception. Okay, so let me remove this again. So we know this variable here is null. Okay, so let's say we are trying to like create a new variable and copy the value. Okay, value of meeting here. This meeting is the name of the variable here to this new meeting. Okay, so we're trying to create a new meeting, a match between two teams. Okay, so this new meeting will be like maybe a rematch, maybe a classic or whatever. Okay, so what this here is called is the Elvis operator. Okay, there's a reason it's actually called the Elvis operator. It's a question mark and a colon. Okay, this question mark and the colon here means is people say it looks like the head of the hair and the way Elvis Presley. You guys should know Elvis Presley. I don't know how popular he is. Okay, Elvis, the musician, the guy that sang Purple Rain or something. That musicians are so crazy over. I don't know. I don't play much of his music, but people love the guy. Okay, so he was one of the best musicians, and they named the operator after him because of the way his hair was shaped. Okay, his hair was shaped in a question mark form, but you will actually see it if you actually know him well or you have seen his picture. Okay, so this operator here means that check this meeting here. If it is not null, assign meeting to new meeting. Okay, but if it is null, create a new match here. Okay, so if I do new meeting dot play, okay, it should actually print this function because it checks here and sees that this is null, and then creates a new match object and assigns it to this new meeting. So let me run that for you guys to see. You should create and say print hello Kotlin. Okay, so hello Kotlin runs. Okay, it ignores the meeting type. Okay, even though it's actually the first one here, but it's null. Okay, so I think you should get it. Okay, so the object for match is created and assigned. That is it for the Elvis operator. Okay, let me go to the next one. Okay, I just typed out this one. Okay, this is actually something we call a late init operator. Okay, it's late init for a reason. This late init means you are creating this variable. Okay, you're telling Kotlin, you're making a promise to Kotlin. You're saying, okay, Kotlin, I'm trying to create this variable. Okay, but I am not going to assign it a value yet. Okay, just make sure that normally if you just create something like this, like a variable, and then leave it, okay, like environment, it should just say a variable must either have a type annotation or initialized. Okay, so net in it actually just is just like telling the Kotlin that you are making this, but you give it the appropriate object later. Okay, you have not done anything yet, you just created the variable and then give it the type. Okay, so that's it for late init. You actually see late init very well in Android, so I'll just try to let you guys know what it actually means. Okay, so late init is not something complex or something for beginners. You guys that know what it is, yeah, okay, it still means the same late init. Okay, late initialization. Okay, so that's it for the nullability part. I skipped some of the stuff. I just went to the most important ones. Okay, so I'll actually start the class right now on the collections. Okay, I'll not go through collections. I'll just skip like touch the important ones because we don't have all day. Okay, let me go there now. Okay, guys. Okay, I I opened this part of the Kotlin documentation to show you guys things about collection. Okay, so it's actually the collection overview. Okay, so this part of the documentation explains things about collection. Okay, so it talks about the different types of collections. Okay, there's lists, the sets, and the maps. Okay, so you should know the difference. Okay, lists arrange things in orders where you can get them through their indexes. Okay, or indices. Okay, then sets are like things that are ordered in uniquely. Okay, you can't have two of the same types. Okay, and maps are key value pairs. Okay, that's mostly the collection types that we have. Okay, you should know the interfaces and the various implementations. Okay, so, but in Kotlin, okay, there are various types of collections. Okay, it's a bit different from what you have in Java. Okay, so I feel I'm going too fast. Okay, I actually told you guys before what collections are. If you didn't hear me the first time, okay, collections are just a way to organize things. Okay, I told you guys about someone I know that usually collect coins when he goes to other countries. Okay, so you collect coins, they have the same type, they are coins. Okay, so usually metals and maybe some silver or whatever. Okay, so the bag where you put the coins or something is the collection. Okay, and the coins are what you put inside the bag. Okay, so collections are usually of the same type. Things inside the collections are usually of the same type, maybe strings or whatever you have, even custom types. Okay, you can put objects maybe from stuff within maybe matches. Okay, collection of type matches, you just put various matches into the same collection. Okay, so that's the use for collection. Okay, so another thing I want to talk about though, before I actually go into showing guys how to use collections, the different types of collections. Okay, so collections in Kotlin are a bit different. Okay, so you should know this map. Okay, this you should know this interfaces. Okay, you should know list, set, map. Okay, but actually you can see something here. Okay, you know the main mother of it all is the collection interface. Okay, so from the collection interface you have the list interface, the set interface, the map interface. Okay, then from the map interface the you should have some normally you should have something in Java. You should know the array lists. Okay, hash map and some other implementations of the map. Okay, uh, and also the sets. Okay, I don't have all of them off head. Okay, so but each of them have their own use cases. So you use set when you want something unique. Okay, you use list when you want something you can reference via indexes, and you use map when you want key value pairs. Okay, they're actually areas where you use everything. Okay, and here the difference between Kotlin and Java mostly in the collection part is Java actually Kotlin actually allows you to have mutable and uh, immutable. Okay, so mutable means the same thing with how you actually understand it in Kotlin. Okay, in Kotlin. Okay, the variables. If you have you can only just read from it. You can't reassign stuff to it. Okay, so it says that the Kotlin standard library provides implementation of the basic types. Okay, so all these lists here, sets, map. Okay, all of them are interfaces. You can't just use them like how I showed you guys abstract classes. You can't just create abstract classes. You must use a class to make a concrete version of it and then use it. Okay, so but that is actually it has actually been done for us by something like an array list. Okay, so when you do array list or something, you know that it's actually an implementation of lists. Okay, it implements the list interface. So I think you guys should dig deep into this. Okay, it's actually part of the collections framework. Okay, almost every programming language has uh, their own implementation of, or the way they implement their own collections. Okay, the collections framework. Okay, but the collections framework is something you see in all languages mostly. I'm sure it's in JavaScript, I'm sure it's in many other programming languages, but it's very much well in Java and Kotlin. Okay, so this angle braces here you are seeing here is called something called generics. Okay, so generics is not something you should worry about right now, but this is just trying to say this is a list. Okay, of type rectangle. It means that this list contains rectangles. Okay, so it's just trying to make this list have one type of object, just like the coins I was telling you guys. A bag of, you just say okay, a bag of rectangles. Now a bag that contains rectangles. So when you see something like this, you see a list. Okay, yeah, now maybe now you're wondering why is list here or something. Okay, I'm going off track here, but I'm just trying to show you guys something. If you have something like a list here, it will be of something list. If you have something of list here, okay, there will be a concrete implementation of this. This is where what is it called, um, um, polymorphism comes in. It may be of type list. Okay, but the concrete stuff, or the concrete thing is made of, is something of a class. Okay, when I showed you guys uh, uh, that person is of a player is of type is also of type person, and of type human and alien too, because it implements those interfaces. Okay, so an array list is also of type list. Okay, so that's what it's just, when you see this list here, just know it's something that implements the list interface. Okay, like maybe the mutable list and all that. Okay, so okay, so let's go down to business. Okay, so there are two versions of collections. One is mutable and one is just read only. Okay, so it's basically the same thing with val and var, and they're just different issues, or different ways, or uh, differences, a little bit of differences there. Okay, so let me go into the main code and show you guys how to use collections. Okay, hello guys. So now I just came back to the code to show you guys how to use collections. Okay, so I just created this class here. Okay, so I'm creating a class here, class of player. Okay, and player has two functions. And player can do things like he can dribble, he can score. I left out all the other stuff I did before, like human and all those other stuff I wrote before in the other part of the early stages. Okay, so I just left all these player parts. Okay, so let me show you guys something. Let me add uh, the code here. Okay, so I just wrote that quickly and added here. Okay, so let me show you guys what I actually did. Okay, so I created here a variable Messi, which is of type player. Okay, it's actually of type player. Let me show you guys again for the last time, because I have actually done this so many times. Okay, so it's of type player, as you can see here, and I even initialized it and created a player object. Okay, so Suarez 2 is also of type player. Okay, so here I created a variable here, Barcelona. Okay, I said it's equal to list of. Okay, this list of is a function. Let me show you guys that is a function. If you hold control and hover over it, okay, you should see something here. Okay, don't be afraid to go to the code that makes the functions, the inner functions you use to check things out. Okay, you can see here is a public function. Okay, it's a generic type. Okay, so the name of the function is list of, takes variable arguments of type t. Okay, so just what you have to look for here is the return type. Okay, or the type that the function is. That's the what the function is made of. The function is also actually made of is a list. Okay, so from here you can see is a list, and if you control click on list, you can see the interface I was telling you guys about, the list interface. Okay, so all this stuff is not editable. You can't even actually edit it. Okay, so you can it's just read only for your reading. Kotlin just leaves it there for you to check out. I actually do this sometimes in Java and also in Kotlin now. Okay, so when you just feel like what does this thing do, what does this, and this thing is actually an expression. Okay, an if expression. Okay, it's just does this, and when you write list of, it returns this. Okay, so that's actually simple to see from here. Okay, don't be confused with all these generics t whatever. It's just saying of type. Okay, so just I've not touched generics yet, but I don't think this is confused. Just know that anything you put here, okay, this is of type. Just know it's of type anything you add. Okay, this takes a variable argument of anything you add and returns a list of everything you add. So just take it like that. Okay, so when I do generics, or if I do generics, I may get to that part. Okay, so let me just do this and just see. Okay, so I'm trying to build the Barcelona list or Barcelona team. Okay, so I just built it, and this is it. Okay, variable Barcelona as of type list. Okay, it's list of. I use this function list of to create it now. Okay, so I just added this. Okay, but I can actually remove this player here. This player. Okay, I'm not sure I should remove that. Okay, sorry. This is my list of players, Messi and Suarez. Okay, so this is my list of players that I just built. Okay, let's move forward. Okay, I need to show you guys some other things. Okay, some other type of lists you can build. I showed you guys that before. Let me just. Okay, you can actually have some other stuff here. So you can say something like, if you want to create let me just Barcelona B. Okay, so Barcelona B will now be, I'm trying to show you guys a map of. Okay, so you can use this this function here to actually create okay, I think it's this one here, this map of here, and create your map of, just like you did with list of. I'm just trying to show you guys the functions to create the map. Okay, so map of, then wrap around and do some other things just like you did with Messi, but this will actually do you did with Barcelona here. This will actually do a map. Okay, so you know what a map is. Okay, key value pairs. Okay, so it will actually take key value pairs and all that. Okay, so I'm not going to do that now. Okay, so there's another one again, set of. Okay, so all these things are just functions that help you easily create your collections. Okay, in Kotlin in Java, this was not available. This is actually one of the good things. You can just easily create your list of and set off and map off, and easily you can just do your list and all that. This is part of the sweet spots in Kotlin. Okay, so let me move forward. Okay, so let me show you guys something else. Okay, okay, I think it's array. Let me array list. Okay, so there's actually another function here. This one is array list of. Okay, it returns an array list. Okay, so and you know array lists do. Okay, this is actually more complex than I thought. I just control clicked and entered into it, but I did not think about this. But this is very complex class to actually uh, grab for you guys. So sorry about that, but I was just trying to tell you guys that array list class actually um, uses list. Okay, I've not seen where it actually works with the list interface. Okay, so let me type aliases. Okay, this is type aliases. Okay, so let me array lists. Try to find array list. Returns an array list of 30. Okay, it's this Java array list. Okay, so okay, extend abstract array list. Okay, so this is it. Okay, this is the array list class. Okay, I'm trying to show you guys that array list implements lists. Okay, so your lists, if you have an array list, is actually of type list. So yeah, that's polymorphism stuff I was telling you guys. Okay, so this is of type list. Okay, so when you see something like, and you will not be, what is going on? Okay, so T. Why is it not completing? Okay, sorry. Actually completing okay, sorry. Okay, so that's it. Okay, I'm trying to show you guys that array lists are of type list. Okay, so they're actually concrete implementation of what I just told you guys that time, how collections work and all that. The list and all those are interfaces. List set array list of. You can actually have a hash map of. Okay, is a map. It's a hash map. Okay, it implements the map interface. I'm not going to show you all that. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys one more mutable array list. Okay, mutable list of. Okay, that's what I was trying to say, guys. Okay, so this mutable list of is something that is mutable. Okay, I showed you guys that Kotlin is different from Java based on the fact that it has mutable type and immutable types. Okay, so mutable list of, okay, means that if you do this and create the list, okay, you can actually go in and edit it. Okay, normal list and all those other parts are not editable later. Okay, my battery is somehow low and I have to complete this, so I just quickly did this and wanted to show you guys. So I have a mutable list. I added one extra player variable here, and I have a mutable list here. So I just made this mutable list. Okay, so I'm just trying to show you guys that if you create a mutable list, you can add things to it. I just added another player here. Okay, and it worked. But if I made it a list, okay, let me show you guys a list of. Okay, so you can see I cannot add to the list of. Okay, it does not know what add means, and that's it. Okay, mutable list and mutable and just normal list are not mutable. Okay, that's the idea in Kotlin. Okay, so I hope that was clear. I hope the other things are clear. I actually wanted to do this. Okay, let me just show you guys. Okay, you can actually do arrays. Okay, you can do arrays with array array of. Okay, so just the way you do mutable list of. In normal code, you actually had to write string, something like string. Okay, in normal Java, you have to write string, then put your square braces. Okay, so something like this, and then sorry, this is capital letter, and then start showing that this is an array of strings. Okay, but you can actually use this function array of and then do this stuff. It's actually showing errors now because this is Kotlin, not Java. Okay, so array of for arrays. Okay, I think that's the end of the class. Okay, my battery is about to die, and I think I did much. Okay, I covered mostly collections. Okay, so when you see something like list and array list, it's not something you should fret over. It's just a bag that contains your coins or whatever you are trying to store. Okay, generics here, something like this makes it easy for you to store like one type. Okay, it's not something that you should fret over. It's not something hard. It's simple. Okay, if you have questions, you should read the rest on your own. If you have any questions, you can actually come and ask me directly or in the channel. Okay, I'll appreciate questions actually. Okay, so let me know what you guys think. Okay, so thank you guys. Okay, bye.